Tailwheel versus nose wheel airplanes. There is a lot of debate about this subject, and in this video I'm going to give you my opinion on the advantages and disadvantages. This is an airstrip in Duval, Washington. I'm going to show you same strip, same pilot with a nose gear and a tailwheel airplane. First, I was flying a Cessna 182 with stall equipment, Storm stall, BGs, empty propeller. Now I'm flying a Cessna 170, also with stall equipment. The Cessna 170 lands shorter and takes off shorter than the Cessna 182 with a lot less effort. But the Cessna 170 is 400 pounds lighter, so the comparison is not that fair. And I think for this kind of strips, I don't see an advantage of the tailwheel airplane. Both perform really well. It's more of the pilot technique. It's a smooth and relatively long grass strip, and for this kind of strips, the nose wheel airplane is just perfect. You can even land here with wheel bands. Now here is where I can see an advantage of the nose wheel airplane. You have better visibility when taking off downhill. You can compare the Cessna 182 versus the Highlander. Here he has not much visibility and you can see he goes to the left. So for downhill takeoff, the nose gear airplane has a better visibility. Backcountry flying in Idaho is another place where pilot technique is more important if you're flying a tail drag or a nose drag airplane. And high density altitude is a challenge by itself. Short strips and tight approaches is more of the pilot technique than the airplane. I think most of the strips or all of the strips in Idaho can be done with a nose gear airplane. It will be a bit more challenging because some of the tail drag has more power to weight ratio. Some of them can also approach slower and land slower, they're lighter. The nose gear limitation won't be as bad because the strips are not that rough. A nose wheel airplane with bigger tires, in my case I have the 850s in the mains and 7 in the nose, can do the strips no problem. Again, more important is pilot technique and experience. Off-airport flying is where the tail dragger has lots of advantages over the nose wheel airplane. To me, the most important advantage is the prop clearance. With a tail dragger you have a lot more clearance than with a nose wheel airplane. So if you don't have that much clearance, it's easy for you to hit the propeller if there is a hole or big rocks. So that's very important for airport operation. Also, tail draggers are usually lighter, so you can approach slower, and that's another advantage over the nose wheel airplane. If you do a wheel landing, you will have much better visibility on a tail dragger than a nose wheel airplane. But as you can see from this video, it can be done. It's a lot more work than with a tail dragger, and it can be safer on a tail dragger. I'm referring to damaging the airplane. But with the precautions, you can do it with a nose wheel airplane. You have more limitation with the size of the rocks because of the nose gear. I try to land smooth and keep the nose wheel in the air for as long as possible. And for this kind of off-airport operation, you definitely need a friend with a tail dragger land before you, because you have to look for holes or logs or rocks that you don't see, and it's very dangerous if you hit them with your nose wheel. For the gravel bars also, I usually have a friend with a tail dragger land before me, and he lets me know how are the conditions, if the rocks are too big or not, and then I come and land. On tail draggers you can put bigger tires and run a lot less tire pressure. Tires do make a huge difference, and compare the ones on the 182 versus the ones on the 170, which are Alaska Bush wheels, 31 inches, and that makes a huge difference. You can see here in this video. Those big Alaskan Bush tires will save you the airframe from vibration and sharp hitting objects, and they have lots of flotation for mud, sand, rocks. You can run very low tire pressure, so it's like a shock absorber for the airplane and helps a lot. So at the end of the day, it's about your mission. You want to do off airport, tail dragger is better. For the rest, it's the same, it's just about preference. Tail dragger is a bit more challenging for landing and takeoffs, and if you worry about the cool factor, which I don't, I believe that it's not what you fly, but the smoothness and precision with which you fly that makes you a real pilot. So if you have a trike or a tailwheel airplane, just be proud of it. Focus on technique, being a safer and better, more proficient pilot. Here is an example of a place I will not take a tricycle gear airplane. We knew how deep was the snow. This is an airstrip, Green Valley, and the Alaskan bush wheels, 31s, work perfectly. They floated over the snow, and we had a lot of fun in this trip. Older Cessnas has lower instrument panels, so the visibility is great. This Cessna 170 has better visibility on the ground than my 182. Please join me on the next section of how to become a patron for Backcountry 182. Hope you guys want to support my channel. Thank you for watching. It is very easy to join, to be a patron of Backcountry 182. Go to the YouTube channel. On the right hand side there is the link, and then it takes you to the Patreon page. Here you can see all the tiers and what is all about the support for Backcountry 182 YouTube channel. Also, another way to access the Patreon link is in the description of the video I put in YouTube on Backcountry 182 channel. There is a link for Patreon, so just click on that and it will take you to the page. Thank you for watching, and it will be amazing if you guys are interested and give some support.